Hi everyone, and welcome to our informational webinar, Teaching in the USA with Educational Partners International. We are Educational Partners International, but we often call ourselves EPI for short. So I will be calling us that throughout this presentation. My name is Jessica, and I work as a content coordinator for EPI. I'm from the mountains of North Carolina, and before working with EPI, I taught English at the community college level, and I'm really excited to be working for a company that combines my passion for education with my passion for cultural exchange. Today I will be talking about what EPI does and how you can apply. We also want you to take this opportunity to ask any questions that you have regarding EPI and our process. You can ask us questions in the comment box, and we will answer them at the end of the presentation. Please keep in mind that we won't be able to answer questions about your specific application for privacy reasons. All of those questions should be emailed to team@teachwithepi.com. So today's webinar is a general introduction to EPI. By the end of this presentation, we hope you will understand our mission and know the benefits of EPI both in program and after you leave the US. So the first question that most people have is, what is EPI? And you can answer this question in a lot of ways, but first and foremost, EPI is a cultural exchange program that brings international teachers into the US to teach. Officially, EPI is designated as a sponsor for an exchange visitor program. We have become a world leader in cultural exchange, helping hundreds of teachers from around the world to come to the US to teach. Teachers in our program are currently in North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, and Florida. And while we work with schools across the southern United States, our home office is in North Carolina, which is about where the marker is on the map on your screen. We would love to know where you are from too, so please take the time to tell us in the comments. So in order to understand the importance of U.S. cultural exchange, you may need to know more about its history. Much of the cultural exchange movement in the U.S. was started by Senator J. William Fulbright. He was passionate about strengthening U.S. international relations and saw cultural exchange as a good way to accomplish this. You're probably familiar with his name because he created the Fulbright program, which is a famous international education scholarship. After creating the Fulbright program, he developed and passed the Fulbright-Hays Act of 1961. The purpose of this act was to increase mutual understanding between the people of the United States and the people of other countries by means of educational and cultural exchange. The Fulbright-Hays Act led to the creation of cultural exchange programs like EPI across the U.S. So Educational Partners International is an exchange visitor program authorized to sponsor teachers for K-12 placement in public, private, and charter schools in North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, and Florida. We place teachers in all subjects taught in K-12 schools, so that means not only foreign languages and English as a second language, but also math, science, art, special education, elementary education, and many more. EPI offers cultural exchange opportunities specifically for teachers from other countries to come to the United States. Cultural exchange means that our teachers come to the United States to share their culture and then return to their home country so that they can share what they have learned about the U.S. You will be able to do that through 2 cultural exchange projects that you will complete every year that you are an EPI teacher. The EPI program, the EPI program lasts for 3 years. After you have finished the program, you will return to your home country for 2 years. And those 2 years where you go back home are important because that is where you are going to complete our cultural exchange mission. Of course, we want to help you come to the US to share your culture, but we are also interested in you returning to your home country and sharing your experience in the United States with other people there. That is because EPI believes sharing knowledge across cultures and venues improves understanding among teachers, students, administrators, and members of the communities in which we live. This is the whole reason why we do this program. Your ability to bring your culture to the United States and then take US culture back home with you is really what true cultural exchange is about. Exchanging knowledge and information between cultures so that we can understand each other better as a global community. So, what does this kind of cultural exchange look like? Being an EPI teacher means that you will live and teach in the United States, fully immersed in US culture while sharing your culture with your students here. Today we have a couple of examples of the projects our teachers have created to share their culture with their US communities. Here you can see where one of our teachers from China organized a traditional Chinese New Year's festival. For the festival, her students made costumes so they could put on a parade for the school. The parade gave other classes the opportunity to experience her culture as well. They also performed traditional songs and dances and wore traditional Chinese clothing to celebrate. One of our teachers from Panama made a presentation for her students about crafts in her country. She then gave her students construction paper so they could recreate their own traditional crafts out of it. This is an activity one of our Jamaican teachers organized for her students. For the activity, students in Rochelle's previous school in Jamaica created a presentation on Jamaican culture that included national symbols, food, music, and national heroes. They then shared this presentation with her students over Skype. We also have a video of one of our Spanish immersion teachers from Mexico describing her cultural exchange projects and the effects it had on her community. So here is Claudia's experience with cultural exchange in the United States.
Today is May 10. May 10 in Mexico, it's a really big celebration. It's Mother's Day, and for us, mothers are like the base of the family. So at school, what I try to do is just to share my culture and share the way we celebrate in Mexico here. The kids were really excited. They were happy to be able to sing to their moms. They were happy to be able to express their feelings. And for the American moms, they can learn about our culture, the way that we celebrate. I think every single mom liked and enjoyed this event.
So as you can see, we provide many opportunities for you to share your culture with your school here in the United States, and there are many different ways that you can do this. You will have the ability to find what you are really passionate about and share that with your students in the US. So now that you have more of a background on who we are and what we do, it's time to talk about what benefits you get from participating in our program. So, the most obvious benefit is that you will get to encounter new cultural experiences, experience life in the United States, and share your culture with people who would not normally experience it. Your students here may not know very much at all about life in your home country, and you will get to share things with them they would have never known otherwise. By doing this, you also have the opportunity to make a positive impact for students all over the world, not just in your home country. Also, one of the most important things that we offer you is personal and professional support for you during your time here in the United States. We think teacher support is a major part of this whole process and one of the most important things that we do. We are invested in your success, so we are available as a resource for you even after you arrive in the United States. So let's talk more in depth about the type of support that we offer our teachers. EPI's support program is an area of pride for us as a cultural exchange program. As soon as you are placed in a school, one of our dedicated and trained support team members will contact you to help guide you in the process of moving to the United States. The relationship between you and the support team is an important one and will continue throughout your time as an EPI teacher. Should you need help of any kind while you are in the United States, the EPI support team is here for you. At EPI, we understand that American students need the international perspective that teachers like you bring, and we are dedicated in doing all we can to help you deliver it. So, EPI is the type of program that not only provides benefits while you are here, but also when you return to your home country. The experiences and professional development that you will have while in the United States is something that you will carry with you your whole life. Once you are done with our program, you will be able to go home with a new perspective that will enrich your personal and professional life. Also, participating in this program means that you are now a world educator. You are a teacher who has taught students from multiple countries all over the world. Experiences like these are truly life-changing, and you will not be the same kind of teacher or person that you were before you came here, which we consider to be one of the major benefits of participating in our program. Before we finish talking about the benefits that EPI has to offer, here is what some of our teachers have to say about their time in the United States. Daniel from Australia says, EPI has been the most approachable, supportive, and worthwhile company. They know when to provide valuable assistance and when to let me grow and develop as an educator on my own. The process can be rigorous, but EPI is there to help every step of the way. Giselle from the Philippines says, EPI has provided a lot of support during my transition from my country to the United States. They have assisted me in every way. I truly appreciate all of the help they have extended. We also have another video of Claudia sharing her story. So this is what Claudia says about her experience with EPI.
EPI, it's for me has make my dream come true. And I'm just really happy to be here. I'm really happy to be part of EPI, and I just hope that everybody joins us.
To hear more from our teachers, visit our Facebook page. We have posted several videos of our teachers talking about their cultural exchange experiences. We also post teacher stories on our website, teachwithepi.com. Okay, so in just a moment, we are going to invite you to ask your questions soon. But before we get started, here are some of the most common questions we get about EPI. So, one of the questions that we get the most often is, how long is the EPI program? And the answer is, we are a 3-year program. At the end of those 3 years, as we've already discussed, you will be going to your home country for at least 2 years. Next question is there an application fee? So no, EPI does not charge an application or a placement fee. There are other costs associated with your application, such as the cost of documents like the passport or your diplomas and transcripts, but EPI does not charge an application or a placement fee. So another common question we get is there an age limit? And the answer is no. We accept anyone of any age to apply to teach in the USA with EPI as long as they meet all of our basic requirements. And so some of those requirements are that you have the equivalent of a US bachelor's degree, that you are currently teaching with 2 years full-time teaching experience, and that you have advanced English skills. Okay, so now it's time for your questions. If you have not submitted them yet, please ask them now. Today we will be answering all of your questions in the comments section. We would also love to know where you are from and what you are currently teaching. So one of the questions we have gotten in the past is, which states do you place teachers? So we place teachers in North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, and Florida. Another question that we have gotten is, do I need a driver's license? And this is a really common question. So the answer is no, you do not need a driver's license to participate in our program. Something to consider is when we are placing you, we are going to want to make sure to place you in somewhere that you can get around. So if you don't have a driver's license, you will be limited to places in the United States that have strong public transportation systems, which are mostly cities, but you do not need a driver's license to participate in our program. Okay, our next question is, do you help us find a school to be placed in? So yes, we will help connect you with one of our partnered schools. For more information about how that process works, please either email us at team@teachwithepi.com, where one of our placement or admission specialists can explain it to you more thoroughly, or watch our webinar, How the EPI Process Works. Another question we often get is, how can I apply? You apply by going to our website, teachwithepi.com, and clicking the orange button that says click here to apply. And the last question that we have is kind of related to that, which is, what is the deadline to apply? And EPI does not have a deadline. We accept applications all year round. We do encourage you to start your application as soon as possible so that you can finish all of your documents and interviews before placement season ends. Okay, so if you did not get to ask your question, go ahead and leave it in the comments. We will answer all remaining questions in the comments after the broadcast. So now that you know more about us, the question is EPI right for you? Here we have listed some of the basic requirements of our program. EPI teachers must have a bachelor's degree, they must have at least 2 years full-time teaching experience, they must be currently teaching, and they must have advanced English skills. So if that sounds like it applies to you, start your application at teachwithepi.com. As you can see in the video, the first step is to go to our website, teachwithepi.com/teachers. Once you are there, you will scroll down until you see the orange button that says click here to apply. Then you will answer some questions about your eligibility and click the submit button. After you answer the questions, you will be able to make an account with your email address and start your application. If you have already started the application process, be sure you are checking your email regularly for updates about your status. So in closing, I would like to share this quote from J. William Fulbright that I feel illustrates the importance of cultural exchange education. We must try to expand the boundaries of human wisdom, empathy, and perception, and there is no way of doing that except through education. Much like Fulbright talks about here, at EPI we hope to expand the understanding of U.S. students by giving them the opportunity to learn from teachers like you. Okay, that's all for today, everyone. If you are interested in viewing our previous videos or signing up for our upcoming webinars, go to teachwithepi.com/webinars and sign up for our mailing list. Also, be sure to follow us on Facebook to hear about our upcoming events, as well as to hear more from our current teachers. If you have any more questions, be sure to email us at team@teachwithepi.com. On behalf of everyone at EPI, thank you for joining us and have a great day.